I'm Phil, and I'm here to share with you what it's like living with end-stage renal failure. The first video I did about renal diet was a lot about why we worry about things like potassium or protein or any of those sorts of things in the diet. And I will put a link down below in the description for anyone who's interested in seeing that who hasn't. But today's much shorter video is more of a quick review of what my normal diet would be. If you did watch the first video, you'd remember that a lot of thought goes into what I do and don't eat, and uh, my wonderful wife does most of the cooking in our house. She makes it look easy, but it's a lot of work. Breakfast is pretty much the same every day, so I have an egg for protein, which is probably the least protein I have in any meal of the day. And then I have porridge with chia seeds, fruit, coconut, all of which add fiber to my body, to my diet. And then I have a bit of yogurt on top, which gives me some calcium. It also obviously adds a bit of phosphorus there, but you can't entirely avoid that, and your body does need some. So my breakfast obviously is aimed mostly at fiber, in order to keep my bowels turning over, keep them working the way they should. Not doing that can be extremely painful if they stop working. So that's breakfast. Lunch can vary a bit, but it's usually just 1 or 2 wraps, and it's focused a lot more on protein than anything else. So the wrap that goes around my lunch is providing carbohydrates, but then we've got some sort of meat, which is often chicken, or maybe something else if we've got other leftovers. So it's chicken, and then we have a few slices of brie, which is a less highly processed cheese, which means my body can process it a bit better, as well as hummus, and all of those things contribute protein to my diet. Hummus is a bit more processed, but it's still, the version we used is still reasonably used, it's fairly natural. And then with vegetables, or vegetables generally go in, and they're just good for you, like they are for everybody. Leafy green vegetables can be high in potassium, so there's a bit of moderation required there, but there's plenty of other vegetables to use. Dinner is probably the most varied meal of the day for us, but it's not a meal that you wouldn't see in someone else's house. It's pretty normal, but the only thing that is different is that there are some things we don't include. So summertime, salads are yummy, they're fresh, they're refreshing. No tomatoes, no avocado, none of that sort of stuff that's going to be hard for my body to process, or that's going to increase potassium levels or other levels. But what we eat is generally some sort of meat, so chicken or beef, and then some veggies. Again, it's good for everybody. And then we get some carbs through double cooked potatoes or rice or pasta. So there's a bit of variation there. But like I say, you might even sit down to the same meal at your place, so it's not unusual. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. If you enjoyed it or found it interesting, I'd appreciate it if you could hit like. If you want to know more about what it's like living with end-stage renal failure, then go ahead and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.